Alright everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and you know what today is. It is day number 3 of our brand new Kirkland Village series. Let's get into it. Okay, so right off the top, I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Weffy's Closet. That's where you can find all of your jewelry needs, whether it be holiday, everyday, costume, whatever it is. Use code Mike10 at checkout for 10% off your whole entire order. This place is amazing. There's no kickback to me. This is simply me trying to help spread the word for a really awesome company. Okay, so here we go. Today's topic is going to be on the Kirkland Signature Village figurines. Now, with all Kirkland villages, at least the ones that I'm aware of throughout the years that I have, all of them have came with, of course, a set of houses, lights, and figures. Yes, that's right. This is a complete set. That's, again, why we're covering this series. Because when you buy a Kirkland village, you don't just get the lights and the houses or just the houses with no power supply, nothing like that. With the Kirkland stuff, you're going to get the houses, the light bulbs with the cords that goes in them with the little click switch, and you're going to get a astronomical amount of figures. I mean, let me tell you, they're not saying, okay, well, here's a couple figures to get you started. They're saying, no, here we go. You have everything you need to start your village today. So let's dive in here and take a closer look. So this is going to be from the same box of the first 2 videos. I think it's 1995, the Kirkland Signature Christmas Village. That came with the church you saw in the first episode, the department store / candy shop in episode number 2, and now the figurines. Like I told you before, if you've been watching the previous in the series, if you haven't, I recommend you go check them out. I'll put some links in the description, and you should see one on the top of your screen on the right. And I go into a little more detail about why this is a little bit of a different series than our normal content, and all that kind of good stuff. But just as a quick recap, in this series, we're not going to be focusing on specs and things like that. We're going to be looking at the house itself, how it can be used, and just see how things evolve, because with the Kirkland stuff, I've said this in every episode of this series so far, it is the most versatile houses I think of all time, because they can be used in any direction, any shape, etc. And now here we go with the figures. The same thing applies. So let's get closer, let's take a look, let's zoom in and see what it comes with to start. So you're going to see that you're going to get everything from like 4 lampposts to a really killer statue and then a bunch of figures. And if you look at the figures closely, you're going to notice on the top right there is a priest and a nun, because again, they're giving you a church, so why not theme some of the figures to the church? It makes perfect sense, and that's a whole nother thing about the train of thought that Kirkland really put into their village. You know, they were consistent and they thought it all the way through. So when you open that box, let's say you're starting, let's say for the very first time you want to start a village, you have no idea how to get involved, there's so many houses, so many figures, what do? Well, why not start with a set? There's nothing wrong with that. I love the Kirkland stuff. You know that. That's why we're doing a whole series on it. But if you think about it, you're going to get, like I said, the house, you're going to get the figures, the lights, everything you need. But it's so well thought out that even the figures are themed with the houses. Now look, not all of them, but some of them are. And the ones that really count definitely are. And the rest are perfect for filling in your village. You have everything from, you know, kids playing, to parents buying Christmas gifts, to musicians, to, I mean, just all kinds of stuff. A little fruit stand, I think is what that is. I mean, come on. It's so well thought out, well-rounded, and bonus for you, there's a figure building a snowman. Come on. Now, as for scale, people always ask, well, you know, can I mix brands? What happens? Will it look funny, etc.? And I've said this already, but I'm going to tell you again in this video that the scaling for all the Kirkland stuff, I don't care if it's figures, the houses, whatever, they are scaled beautifully to fit right alongside your Lamax, your Department 56, whatever it is you use. I have never, at least not yet, came across a situation where the Kirkland stuff did not fit in with my village or my other brands that I use and love. They are, again, versatile. They were thought through. So yes, the scaling will work just fine, which is why they make great starter kits, because as you start building after this, they will blend right in. Now, do note, along the way, I have seen figures by other brands that are like jumbo size and like extremely miniature, you know, things like that. So yeah, that's extreme, okay? But we're just talking average. You know, the regular Lemax or the regular Department 56 figures, will these stand alongside and look okay? Yes, they will look beautiful, so no fears there. but I just wanted to note that because I am aware that there are some exceptions, but for the most part, you will have great luck with these figures. Now, also included in your box, you're going to find in a different compartment, however, it will not be with the figures itself, but inside where the houses are, there's some other little tiny compartments. They're not sealed, you can see them when you open the box, but you're going to see 4 beautiful trees, and some of my favorite trees of all time. I'm a huge fan of the old school porcelain Christmas trees. I don't know why, there's something about the snow and the way that they paint them that just has that perfect classic feel to me that fits so good with classic Christmas houses. Now, also, I mean, it never ends with this Kirkland stuff. I mean, also in the box, you're going to get like a horse and carriage. You're going to see it. It didn't fit, you know, obviously in the little figure container, so they put it inside along with the trees. So just because you pulled out your houses, you pulled out your figures, you pulled out your light bulbs, you're not done. Can you believe that? You're still not done. There's going to be more trees in there, and there's going to be the horse and carriage, and also, to the best for last, you ready for this? To top everything off at the end of this video here we are with the very last. Not only did we get our horse and carriage and our trees and everything else, ladies and gentlemen, a gazebo. That's right, a gazebo. So you get everything you need. This has been such a fun series to make. There's going to be a long way to go with this, but so far we've seen the church, the department store, and now the figurines. And again, there's so many different years that we're going to be going through, but this is where I decided to start because come on, I mean, it's just beautiful. How could we not? And you're going to see some similarities and differences between all the villages as we go. So I think that about wraps up this video. Thanks again to our sponsor, Weffy's Closet. And as always, thank you for all of your continued support. Get involved. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see, what questions you may have. Let's build this together. Thank you. And as always, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.